Oye mi gente, ¿qué tal? I'm Jaime Madera. Welcome, bienvenidos. Today, the co-host of the award-winning The Latino Card on Radio Boise, JJ Saldana, sits down with me and talks about his unexpected journey that started with a tweet. In this interview, we discuss how his show came to be, the service he wishes to provide to his community, the skills he has developed, and the advice he would give to those who want to go into this field. JJ Saldana, thank you for meeting up with me. How are you today?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing great. Thank you.
Can you give us your backstory?
I grew up in Nevada. I moved to Boise to attend Boise State. About 4 years ago, I started hosting the Latino Card. It started out as a podcast and now it's a radio show on Radio Boise.
So you are the co-host of the award-winning Latino Card on Radio Boise. What is it that you guys talk about?
So we try to uplift voices in the Latino community here in Idaho.
So is there a service that you want to provide to our community with your show?
One thing that we say on our show a lot is representation matters and you can't be what you can't see. And so we're always advocating for people to have, a workforce or a team that's reflective of your communities.
Was this something that you always wanted to do?
I'm always on Twitter. And one of our original co-hosts was a reporter for the Idaho Statesman. And then my other co-host, Rebecca, we were just goofing off on Twitter. And this guy named Scott McIntosh, who is an editor at the Idaho Statesman, but at the time he was the editor for the Idaho Press, tweeted at us and said, you guys should have your own show. Later, he approached the reporter and said, I was being serious. I can set you guys up. And so he did. He set us up with a producer and he got us the space at Radio Voice where he could record our podcast. And from the moment we recorded our podcast, we got like an immediate audience. It was a blast and we just kind of went with it. In our first year, we won an Idaho Press Club Award. That was a big deal for us.
So what skills have you developed working in this field?
So working in radio, it's live. So you have to watch what you're saying and how you say it, and you have to do everything on time. When we were doing the podcast, we were able to cut and start over if we messed up.
So my last question for you is, what advice do you have for those who are wanting to go into this field?
I say just go for it. That's the advice, because it wasn't anything we had planned. We just were offered the opportunity and we took it. We need more voices out there. We need more representation out there.
I agree with everything that you said. And you're very inspiring, because some people, they get held back by fear. And I know that I've been held back by fear, but just seeing that you went out and make things happen is really inspiring. And thank you for giving me this opportunity to interview you.
Absolutely.
And congratulate you on your success. From a tweet that launched JJ's career into the world of radio airways to winning the Idaho Press Club General Excellence Award, JJ's message is simple. Just go with it. It's not about luck. It's about being prepared for when an opportunity is presented to you. Check out the Latino Card with JJ Saldana on Radio Boise. Thank you all for joining in. I'm Jaime Madera.